What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this video review of American Horror Stories Season 2, Episode 4. This was sadly put up late, and as such, so is my video. I guess Hulu could not handle Cody Fern returning, my favourite of the AHS alumni. But I think actually the person at Hulu was doing us a favour, as this is the worst of the season, and not quite the worst of both seasons. We start in New England in the 1700s as smallpox is sweeping the area, and a man has lost most of his family as well as their friends, and I'm a sucker for period pieces, especially ones in the New World. This was certainly giving Fear Street Part 3 vibes. We cut to a woman entertaining a man paying for her time. Probably the worst thing to do during a plague, but they skip straight to the boning, and well, she reveals that her pus saves men that licks them. I think I picked the worst time imaginable to actually eat my dinner, while this was the worst imaginable thing, as a guy is forced to eat her pus. Yes, pus with 2 S's. It turns out that he's a pastor, a holy man, and the woman is perceived to be an occultist, as they then fight and go back to his church, and he leads a sermon discussing sin and is at the funeral of, I believe it was Cody Fern's character's wife's funeral there, and she comes in accusing him of being, well, the man he is, and attacking her when, well, he didn't get his way or whatever, probably feeling guilty. He says she is a source of Satan and she is to blame for the plague, and she's to be sent to the gallows before Cody Fern's character here says he doesn't want this at his wife's funeral, and the pastor later challenges him for challenging his authority. Now they come up with, or at least an idea is discussed on how to stop the smallpox, as well. Thomas says about removing the hearts of those who were buried and burning them to stop the smallpox, and the pastor agrees, despite them possibly being marred as heretics if they are caught, as the son hears them. Now they dig up the wife, and the pastor eats the heart, as it could stop anyone getting smallpox, and I think the son, it looks like the son was served it at the end there, but we come across an unmarried woman who turns out to be a milkmaid, and, well, apparently milkmaids are not to be trusted, and she finds Celeste, who has had her arm broken. The milkmaid wants to bring the pastor to justice for what he did, as she's been threatened with a hanging if she doesn't leave town. We'll then cut to Cody Fern's character as they visit the graves of their family, and the kid doesn't shed a single tear at all. But, well, the thing is that it wasn't actually his mother who died. It was a new woman. His mother was actually Celeste, and we learn that the pastor is in perfect health. Now, he thinks that it is due to the heart, but it's due to the woman whose pus he ate. And he's got another heart as the woman starts milking cows, and her pus seems to be getting worse. She explains this to the milkmaid, who they suddenly fall in love quite quickly, and the milkmaid concedes to take the pus for herself. Now they discuss about things about science and antibodies and bacteria, and, well, I think that they're going to try and put this in the milk, well, when I got to this part, but the villagers are digging up all of the bodies as the village has dwindled, or the flock of the pastor has dwindled, and it turns out that the bodies did not decompose. They weren't due to the possession, but due to the composition of soil and salt and things like that, things I didn't really understand. Now, the pastor is being a dick and strikes a milkmaid, and he ends up going off and trying to kill his friend for getting in the way of him trying to kill Celeste, as the milkmaid makes some good points about using the milk. She thinks that this will help, but no one trusts them because they are sexist. Obviously, this is very, very on the nose. But Thomas wakes up, so does the milkmaid, and he is disgusted at this relationship, and he says that Celeste ruined their life and there's something wrong with their son. Celeste was the secret mother, and, well, despite all this, everyone apart from the milkmaid, Celeste, dies. And due to the son seeing everything, when he's told by Celeste she's his real mother, he eats her heart. Yeah, I do apologise for the quality of this video. This episode was absolutely atrocious. It was grotesque, vile, and didn't really have much going for it whatsoever. It is easily one of the worst of this season, and an absolute shame that Cody Fern's return to AHS franchise has been marred by this awful, awful episode. Let's just purge this from our brain and move on to next week. But my next video will be Nope, so you can check out that over the weekend. I'm either dropping it Saturday or Sunday, as I am watching it Friday night. So after this video is up, I will be in the cinema with my popcorn and my ice blast, chilling and watching Nope. Finally. I'll see you soon, and goodbye.